What's going on, man? We are back again with another Big Lock TV episode and interview featuring Dear Meat 2 times TV. Man, if y'all don't know, man, we got some great information coming to y'all tonight. Um, Me and him just kind of got through talking, man, and just the conversation, the topic of hunting uh in the community, and it's been dying down, man. So we gonna definitely try to have a good live tonight, answer a lot of questions that a new coming in the hunting game might ask. So if y'all out there in the chat, you out there and you wanna, tune in, ask a question, please do so in the comment section. We might open it up later for somebody to come on the panel, but we're gonna get right to the show. Introducing the man of the hour, Mr. Dear Me 2 times TV. Let's get it.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man,
How
what
y'all,
it do, man?
man? What up, brother?
Man, I appreciate having you here tonight, man. I damn so appreciate having you tonight, man.
Oh yeah, man. Ain't no thing at all, man.
How
Ain't
you
no thing
feeling
at all.
tonight?
Man, I'm good, brother. I'm good. For sure, I'm good.
Man, thank God for blessing you, bro. Like I said, it's a pleasure having you here, man. It's in your name. Deal me 2 times, man. So just tell me, man, how long you been hunting?
Oh man, I actually, I actually started hunting, man. Um, fairly early. Like, man, I was going out with my pops about 5 years old, man. Um, me and my brother, man, we've been hunting ever since then. Oh, I mean, it's just something that come natural to me, man. I've been doing it, been around it a long time. I can remember stories from when I was younger, man. My dad telling me that it wasn't even like he was going hunting. It wasn't even that many deer in the area. Now they just flooding it. So
Man, 5 years old, bro. Can you imagine, bro? You think you can pull any? You think you can pull any 10-year old out right now, man, and introduce them to the hunt game, man? That's I don't think too many people be ready for that right now.
no, I mean, like we were talking earlier, man. It kind of dying out, like especially in the black community, man, because it ain't a lot of kids that like to hunt, man. They must rather stay in the house, play the game or something like that. I mean, we still got our few, but it ain't as like it used to. Uh, Fishing, they can get into that a little bit faster, but hunting,
Right.
man, requires patience.
Man, that speak a lot of you and your dad, man, to be started at 5 years old, man. But that just let my viewers out there know, man, it's possible as early as 5 years old.
Yes, sir. That it is.
Man, tell me about the growing pains of hunting and just how hard it is to be a hunter or like to get into hunting. Just kind of elaborate that for my viewers.
Man, hunting, man, like I said, for the most part, man, it's a lot of prepping. It's a lot of shoot, man. I'm trying to get it all in my head. Cause most like I said, most of a lot of prepping, man. A lot of prepping, a lot of scouting. Um, if you go somewhere and the deer population is not that strong on the property, but you can bring them in by planting, you know, food. You want food plots, you can get them in like that. Creating bedding areas and stuff like that, man. You can get them in there, but when you get that bedding area created, you don't want to go hunt that area. You know what I'm saying? If that's where they sleeping at, you can catch them going. You can get to where you want to sit, to where they going in and coming out, but you don't want to hunt that bedding area. But after you get your population established, then you know what I'm saying. You could probably hunt it once a year or something like that. If you get to having a slow season, you ain't really shot nothing or harvested it, if you want to call it that. Um, you could probably hunt it then. But you know what I would do is like I said, I'll set up over a feeding resource, such as a food plot. And y'all guys do not hunt over a deer feeder. You will go to jail and get your rifle took because it's a certain law in certain states you can't hunt over top of over bait. You can't bait them in. So, you know, I don't know if some of y'all know that, but that's how it is here in Mississippi.
You can't bait deer in Mississippi, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you can't bait them in Mississippi. You can't hunt over top of
A
over
pile
top
of
of a feeder.
corn.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can't put a feeder up, or you can't put a like if you put corn, it can't be within so many yards of your stand and stuff like that.
man, that make perfect sense, man. I didn't seen people on a couple videos with other games just attracting them all to that feeder and taking their shots. But I've seen it happen with deer too.
Yep.
I think in Alabama we can bait. We just have to pay an extra fee, and
Uh,
then. But I believe that still may be the rule too. You can bait, but you can use corn, but you just can't hunt over a feeder.
right, right. Yep.
Damn, man, that
That's
make a
why
lot of sense.
the biggest thing is, like you said in one of your videos, man. Biggest thing is checking with your wildlife conservation in your area and figure out all the rules that you need to know before you go out there, man.
Right,
Such as your feeding thing, baiting deer, your bag limit. You need to know what time can you shoot before light, what time you can shoot before it get dark. You know, first light, last light. You know, those are all things that you need to know because some people get away with it if you hunting private land, but if you hunting on public land, man, there's a lot of game warden out there, and you will get your stuff took, man. They gonna take a rifle, they gonna take your license. They might suspend them for a lifetime. They might suspend them for 2 years, man. You just don't know. It depends on the officer.
man, that's real, bro.
What's
I,
up?
I tell you, I tell you this story. My first kill I ever got was in a place called Bowler G, Alabama, and the property that I was on. The man who owned that property most recently had his his gun, his truck, uh, went to jail. All this stuff taken away because he had two trespassing, you know, violations. Because he got a property line and he crossed that property line and he paid for it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's why when I tell people, man, if you got neighboring property or whatever, man, you need to get with them. Y'all come and meet on common ground. Uh, just say you don't want to shoot a deer on their side of the fence. You shoot it on your side of the fence. They jump over there, you know. Then it's different, you know. But you want to get a common ground established with them, so it don't be no head. But you know what I'm saying? It could be a situation where they got into an altercation about, hey, you hunting my property, I'm hunting, you know, such like that. And then that person can call the game warden and actually invite them to the land.
Right.
And that's gonna have your problem.
Hey, and I said it before, man. A lot of people do not know your game warden got more authority than a trooper.
Yes, sir. They the only people come in your house without a search warrant.
Come on now. Come on now. Man, that's just game now, man. But man, my next question for you. Do you need money to hunt?
Man, I'll tell you right now, you can make it off a little bit of change, but man, if you a hunter like I'm a hunter, man, you gonna spend some money. You gonna spend money on a rifle. You gonna spend money on bullets. You gonna spend money on planting. If you want a nice climbing stand, just say if you hunt public land all the time, you gonna want a climbing stand. Your average climbing stand gonna run you about $250. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go and get a cheaper one, but why not go ahead and spend money on one that's gonna last you? a lifetime, like an old man. You know what I'm saying? Them good, good hunting stands.
That's real, bro. So in that case, man, you saying it can be done, but if you're gonna do it and you're gonna really get into it, it's gonna cost, ain't it?
Yeah, man, because like I said, you can go and buy, you can go and buy your standard camouflage, but if you want something that's gonna be warm, you're gonna spend a little bit more money. You can go buy some cheaper boots from Wallerwear. Your feet gonna be cold, you know what I'm saying? I don't wear number 6 mil boots. I ain't gonna wear number 6 mil boots, man. I can sit out there all day, cold as my feet get. It's gonna be about like walking through the house with my socks off. That's about it. It ain't gonna be freezing. My toes gonna be hurting. None of that.
Yeah,
So you can do it, but like I said, if you want to be comfortable, you gonna have to spend some money.
you gonna have to spend some money, man. I said the same thing, man, and I did it. This year was my first year doing it by myself, man. And in honesty, I went every affordable route I could. I didn't go bottom of the barrel, but man, it's sometimes you have to make some sacrifices. At the end of the day, man, you could you can roll out the bed and put on, 2 jackets and go out there properly scented and take a deal, man. But to do it efficiently in the right way, where you ain't gotta, worry about nothing going wrong or dying trying to get a kill, you need to be comfortable.
Oh yeah, you gonna have to be comfortable, man. Comfortable, man. Being make your patience better, man. Cause you out there, as you cold, you ain't gonna have the patience. If
Whew.
you walking in there and you say you go in the afternoon, it ain't as cold because the sun up. But soon it start getting dark. I mean, you still got say another hour or so to hunt. It's starting to fade, but you like, man, shoot, it cold. I'm finna go back to the house. But you just might, like I did it last year. I just did it because I was trying to go do something else. You know what I'm saying? I come walking up the trail, big old 13 point standing in the middle of the trail. He was coming my way, but I ain't had a pace. I was trying to go do other things instead of sitting there and waiting till, like I usually wait. I wait till it get black dark before I walk back to the truck. But there's stuff you're gonna have to do, but you want to make sure you got the right gear on to be able to sit there and do that. Like you don't want to just go sit on the ground all the time. Well, you can go buy you. They make puffer pillows. They make swivel seats. That's just to make you comfortable, to make you be able to sit out there longer and get a better chance at getting a good hunt in.
Man, but you preaching something else, dog. Cause man, I sat out there 13 hours. I had a 13-hour hunt. Came
Yes,
up
sir.
empty-handed, man. But when because if the question of does it take money, the real thing is, do you have time?
Mm-hmm.
We all know the equation: time equals money, and that's really what you sometimes lack, man. So I have to have those long 13-hour hunts because that's the only day I can hunt. Maybe out the month.
Yeah, that's that. I usually do that too, man. I sit out there for about. I go out most time. I get up and hit the woods by 4:15. I be in there because I won't be up before light. All right. Majority of the time, if you getting up there, a deer walking in the morning, he ain't coming out of his bed. You know what I'm saying? A deer is going back to bed down at that time, like in the morning time, cause they eat all night. You see 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, deer eating, but deer don't sleep like people. You know what I'm saying? Deer only gonna lay down 2 to 3 hours at a time. They ain't
Mm.
gonna stay laid down all day and sleep like us. They ain't lazy like us. We lazy. Deer they got to eat. They got to keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when it's cold, they're gonna be active.
Yeah, man. They move a whole lot better when it's cold outside. That's a fact.
Man, we got a troll in the comments. I apologize, sir. I don't know who this guy is. We don't recognize him. Uh,
Man, look at this, man.
and we ain't gonna entertain it here on this panel, man. Um, man. Why do you hunt though, man? Let's get into why do you, Mr. Deer Meat 2 times TV? Why do you specifically hunt?
Man, it's a pastime for me, man. Like it's something that I like. I enjoy doing, man. I don't really. I got a lot of stuff that I like enjoy, like. But the things I like to enjoy, I like fishing, I like hunting, I like riding my motorcycle, and hunting is probably right there at the top of the list. You know what I'm saying?
It's
There's something
peaceful.
that I grew up, like I said, I grew up with my pops doing. There's something that I can enjoy with my dad. There's something I can enjoy with some of my best friends. There's something I can enjoy with the guys that's in my hunting club. You know what I'm saying? We go to deer camp every year, man. We sit around, drink beer, eat barbecue all weekend, and you know what I'm saying? I'm able to fellowship with the guys, but I'm actually able to go out there and hunt and clear my head. If I got things going on, I need time to myself. I can go out there and I can sit. Um, and then if I do get to take some, I get the enjoyment and I feel blessed to get the opportunity to make that shot on a big deer. Was it even a doe, man? Because I just enjoy the meat too. That's something my favorite
So,
meat of all. You know what I'm saying? I love pork chops, but deer, that's what I love. Like man, deer is some of the best meat you can eat. Some of the leanest meat you can eat.
man, because I think it like if you can't enjoy hunting or the experience to hunt, it's I don't know. It's just a different vibe for me, man. I really do just love being out there, man. I came up empty handed this year, but I had the most peaceful time when I was out there hunting, man. Hunting is a very peaceful journey, man. And then to also get that kill, because I've done it before. Not just didn't come up with nothing this year, but man, to get that kill, man, it kind of make you closer to the earth, man. In my honest opinion, it's just you eat nature, like it's just different than pulling up at the store and pulling out your card and you know.
Oh yeah, you appreciate it more when you do something yourself. Like bro, yeah, like I said, man, I know you said, man, look, y'all get y'all rest, but boy, I'm telling you right now, that's some of the best sleep I ever had sitting in the stand. Boy, I open my eye, that big joker be standing right there. You know, I know he heard me snoring, but you know, like I said, sometimes, man, I go out there, I just sleep. Sometimes I don't even go out there. I might not kill nothing. Go out there to kill, and I watch squirrel for a little while, then I go to sleep. You know, but you know, like I said, it's just something that I love to do, man. I love the taste of the meat. I love the just the recipe that I come up with that actual venison, man. So you know, it's just something I love to do.
Man, with that being said, y'all please go check out Deer Meat 2 times TV, man. He got that taco soup with that deer meat, with that venison. I don't think y'all heard me, man. Y'all please go check that out. That boy got the recipes.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna put a couple more on there this year, man. I actually made me some deer burgers too, and I'm gonna record some of that with me cooking those too as well. I should record it, me actually making, and then I could have showed y'all how I actually do the process. But if I get one this year, or two, or three, hey, I will be showing y'all how to process it at home using a grinder.
All right. Getting all the cuts off.
Yes, sir. Bug Nation. I see Bug.
I know that's real. Shout out to the Bud Nation, man. Man, with that being said, man, you skin and process your own deer.
Oh yeah, man. I learned how to clean deer when I was probably when I was around about 5 or 6, man. My dad, hey, come out here with this bucket. And I clean my own deer. I quarter it up. I make my own sausage. For as regular patted sausages. I make my own ground beef. I cut my own steak. I do all this stuff myself, man. I like I said, I grew up doing that, and I got guys in the club that don't even know how to clean deer. I clean them for them. Like I said, that's just something I enjoy doing. A lot of people don't like cleaning deer. I love cleaning deer. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
That's a skill. That's something that you should learn. If you like some stuff happen, man, you need to revert back to the old days, going out there taking your own game and stuff, man. You need to know how to skin an animal.
that's
You know,
exactly what I was finna get into, bro. That's exactly what I was finna get into. It's gonna come a day where that cute little bunny rabbit, that cute little turtle, all they is gonna be in somebody's soup. And
you
you're gonna
right
be
though.
happy.
Yeah, you right. I mean,
And I tell you this, man. This year, man, was the first year or the first time in my life, bro. I put a seed in the ground and watched it grow, bro. And it did something to me. I was, bro. You can ask my wife. I was happy, dog.
it be like
Man,
that. See, that stuff like that, man. I grew up doing that stuff. Like my grandma had gardens and stuff like that, man. I grew up hunting. I got my first shotgun when I was 9 years old. I killed my first deer when I was actually 12. But I had already been uh, killing squirrels and stuff. I skinned squirrels. I love squirrel meat too. I ain't just deer hunter. I love squirrel meat, squirrel
man,
and dump stuff like that too.
we gonna get up, dog. We gonna have. I got a Ruger 1022, dog. We gonna knock down a square and we gonna cook it. And I gotta try my first piece of squirrel meat with deer meat.
Man, bro, if we, I'm trying my best. We get together, we gonna do some squirrel hunting. But we don't. I'm dang sure this year we'll do a video on showing y'all how to skin a squirrel the easy way.
Man, I seen it can be real easy. Like you just make your incision in the back and take your hands and rip it down and come out like
Yep.
a
Jump straight out of there.
and you can keep the head or you can chop it and keep the skin and do whatever how you want to do it, man.
I skin it all the way to the nose. So I can cut the jaws off of it. I be eating the jaw meat too.
Hey man, deer meat, damn, do you taxidermy your deer too? Do you stuff your deer too? Might be experiencing some technical difficulties, but man, we got the man, the myth, the legend in the building today, man. Deal me 2 times, man. Running through a little bit of these questions for first time gun uh, people trying to get into the gun and hunt industry, man. It can be a joy. It can be a
It,
joy. It's a lot to learn.
my bad, man. I told you I'm at work. I know them drivers coming in. I be had to try to mute them out because they country.
Bro, you fine, dog, man. Deal me gave us this interview tonight from work. You know, he took on the mission. I asked the man, and he said he'll pull it off at work, man. So I want to give kudos to Deal Me 2 Times TV for most definitely coming through tonight, man, and still getting the job done, even while being at work, man, to give you guys a great show and some great information.
Man, I'm glad you wanted me to come on, man. I appreciate when anybody asks me to come on their show, man. If I tell you, man, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna do my best to make it and let something go on. For sure, I'm gonna be there.
Bro, I'm definitely happy to have you here, man, because it's a lot I can learn. You just taught me 2, 3 things just our conversation, man. I ain't know you got that deep into detail with it because I know how to skin a deer, but I'm most definitely paying that 125 per deer go to the process.
No,
So
sir. I
I'm
mean, it's good for a lot of people, man. Especially if you want to make certain stuff. Like you want
right.
those jalapeno sausages, hot links, and stuff like that. Bro, take it there. You know what I'm saying? If I get the nipples for my grinder, I won't even be taking that to the process no more. Cause if I want the sausage with the like I said, with the mangoes and then and the jalapeno peppers, man, I do take it up there. But
Yeah.
most of the time, I make my regular sausage. I could probably put that in a casing with what I need to, but I gotta get a casing sleeve. I gotta get the casing nipple from my grinder. Once I get that, man, it's a home run.
Ah, bro, you got it locked down. What I was asking, man, seem like you do everything. Do you stuff your deal too?
Man, that's one thing I don't do, man. I don't know how to do no taxidermy stuff, man. That stuff kind of hard. But I still got like I got my first deer that I ever killed. I still got the horns right now. They at my pop's house hanging on the wall. What I did was I actually got a hacksaw and cut the top of his head off
Right.
and kind of made it like an oval shape. And then I put a screw through his head, right through between where the horns at, and stuck it on this plaque. And then he got a little, like a little cover that go over the top of it where you can't see his skull. And man, that joker been up there, like I said, since I was 12. And I mean, you can do that yourself, but if you want the whole head, you're gonna have to take it. And that taxidermy stuff costs about $600.
A deer. And sometimes it make you wonder, man. Is it worth it, man? So a lot of times, some people knock a deer down and they gotta decide whether or not they're gonna keep that wreck. I mean, not keep the wreck as far, but they gonna mount that wreck. Mount
Mm.
the whole deal, man. And I really, if I knock down a 10 point or better, I feel like I got to.
Yeah, my big number gonna be a 12 point, unless it's something like a non-typical deer, which is something that got all them just all over your head looking crazy. That junk gonna definitely get mounted. But I gotta have a 12 point or better, man. 10, unless it's an old deer with a real thick rack. I'm Even if it's an old deer with a thick rack, man, I probably still just do my regular mount how I usually do it, or I might cut the head off and then do like what they call like a European skull mount.
Yeah,
Where you take the head off and then you lay the head out there like an ant pile, and they clean all the meat off of it, and then you take that head or and you can put it in a pot and boil it and then get the rest of the flesh out and then dip the head and what kind of color you want, like spray it over like a hydro dip
yeah.
and
That's
put it on the mount.
damn. That's cold up, man. How many deer you think you'd have knocked down in your time, man? Since you just started at 12 years old.
Uh, probably probably about probably about 25, 30. I went there.
Damn. Yeah, this is deal me 2 times, man. Y'all better know it, boy.
Time, man, like you got bag limit of 3 does. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
kill 3 does. Yeah, I think it's like $2. You got 5 a year. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Bruh, I ain't been hunting, bro. Where it get to the last week of season, bro, I ain't shot nothing. Boy, if I see 2 does, most of the time when I go at the end of the season, I don't take a bolt action rifle. I usually take a lever action or something through the middle of the season or my Remington. But if we get to the end, I'm definitely gonna pick up my Remington 742 because it's a semi-automatic 5 shot, and I can put that gun on target real quick, man. I
I
kind of
need
try to
that.
shoot with both my eyes open so I can see what I'm gonna put it on next. I done shot 2 does at one time before, like, well, not at one time, but in the same hunt.
Bro,
I
you
don't know.
cold, dog.
I don't know if y'all. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if nobody else knows. So just say if you were hunting big lot and you shot at a doe, if you miss it, don't get down, bro. Don't just stay still. Cause one thing about a doe, bro, they nose it. They nose is a mug. So what it'll do is it'll run away. Long as you don't see that tail come up in the air, that mug will run away and it'll come right back. It'll circle all the way around. Or you might be looking and that mug be standing right behind you. A doe will come back. But if you see a buck take off, he ain't coming back.
Might not be for the whole year. You might not
Yep.
never see them again.
Yep.
Now we was talking earlier, man. And then my shout out to my wife. She most definitely correct me when I'm wrong on things. Uh, when we was talking about points, for any of y'all who don't know, points on the deer is just the small tips that come out on the deer, and however many the deer have, you count those individual points, and that's how you call the deer if it's a buck. You
Yeah.
anything more than two is a buck. Just two is a spike, correct?
I mean, a spike is still a buck. He just,
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? They're just like if you go to the woods and you kill a button head. He's a buck. He just got two buttons. They ain't came through yet. But
okay,
if you get pulled over and stuff like that, they gonna label it as a buck. You know what I'm saying? It's considered a
okay,
button. You ain't gonna really just go to jail. Out in Mississippi, I don't think you just gonna go to jail for a button head. You just can't kill no deer with no spots on it.
okay.
As long as it ain't got spots, you should be good.
Cause that's letting you know that's a fawn, correct?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Cause your spike's gonna be about 1.5 years old. Then when you get up around a 6 point or so, 4 to 6 point, he about 2.5. And they getting 10, you know what I'm saying? And the rack still kind of skinny. He 3.5. When you start getting up around that 4.5 to 5.5 years old, them the big boys. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? 6.5, he pretty much end of his life cycle, pretty much. It getting close. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be the big daddy of the deer.
Man, do you get buck fever? And for my viewers out there who don't know what buck fever is, man, buck fever is when a hunter is in his stand or getting ready to take his shot. That just the sight of that deer just sends trembles throughout the body, and you shake, man. It's a constant shake until you can gather yourself and calm yourself down, and it's unexplainable. That feeling, man. But do you get buck fever?
Oh yeah, man. If I don't get that, bro, I ain't gonna hunt no more. I get that every time I hunt, bro. But it's over time of you hunting, bro. You can learn to calm yourself when they come about, cause you can see it. You can get it before or after. Cause like man, I shot a deer for the first time last year at 200 yards. That's the farthest I ever shot a deer. And bro, I shot this. I was shaking a little bit, but I calmed myself, took my shot. But when I took it and he dropped, I done it was in that mud crying, dog. I was shaking like a fit, boy. I was trying to look through the scope and just to make sure he was down. Boy, I was that joint moving all over the place. Boy, I couldn't even find him. I was shaking bad. But there was, and he wasn't even no big. It wasn't even no big buck. It was just like a little small 6 point, man. But it was like I told you, it was at the end of season. I needed some deer meat, and shoot, that's what I did, man. My nephew was actually supposed to go with me that morning, but shoot, they ain't want to wake up. So it go like this sometimes.
Man, that's why I ain't get a lot of hunts in my younger years. My dad, hey, finna get ready to go. You going? And
Yes, sir.
I'm good, man. And I promise to this day, man. I wish I would have got back a lot of them opportunities. Um, well, my first time hunting was at 12 years old. My daddy took me. I had just most recently had ACL knee surgery, and I was, ended up walking to the stand, and we were swapping seats. He'll sit down, and he'll lay on the ground, and I sit down, and we end up falling asleep. And he told me, once we fall asleep, son, we're gonna see something when we wake up. And sure enough, he's sitting in the chair. I'm sitting on the ground of the shooting stand, and he tapped me. He said, "Shh,
Just
find
right
for
there.
the book, man." And He put one in him. I grabbed mine. I put another shot in him, man. I was, I was happy, dog.
Yeah, buddy. Ain't nothing like it, dog. I started real early, man. I ain't killed my first deer to 12, but man, I got him. I started hunting by myself when I was when I actually turned, like when I turned 9. My dad gave me my shotgun. He felt like I was, well off enough to go hunt by myself. But
Yeah,
like I said, I grew up hunting, started hunting at 5, man. And 6 years old, man, my dad used to let us use his Marlin Model 60, and we used to go squirrel hunting. And that's how we started, getting training on how you hold your gun and stuff like that. And then once we got our shotgun, my dad made sure, hey, walk with it down or walk with it straight up in the air, stuff like that. Just to
right.
the safety part on the check with us. And then, later on, he was like, hey, y'all ready? Better go drop y'all. Boy, that was the scariest morning. I'm going to use that story. I'm going to use that. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you about this story.
Let's
When you get
let's get it.
to me, know. Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready, dog.
All right, bro. Then my first deal, dog. Look, I was in the stand. It was cold as a mud, so my daddy put like some a tarp around the bottom of my stand to keep the wind out, cause I hunted at the bottom by myself, probably like 600 yards from the camp. Man, it was so cold, bro. Man, I woke up, dang, snot stuck to my face. It was so cold, bro.
Damn.
I was sitting there. All I heard was some. I'm like, what is that? Look down there, it's a squirrel. Squirrel come up the tree. It's sitting on the end of the stand. He look at me, I look at him. I look at the ground, he look at the ground. I'm like, man, bro, you need to get away from me. I'm already scared because it's my first time. And I hear some more steps. I'm like, oh man, he can call his friends. Dang, deer standing right there, bro, 10 yards from a stand. I was shaking so bad, bro. I was shaking, bro. My teeth were clicking. The deer was looking for me, bro, but he couldn't see me.
Cause
I
he
pulled
was
the
up.
hammer back. I had a 410 shotgun. That's what my dad got me, from me and my brother for our first gun, man. I shot it. I had some double offs in. Shot that son gun. I aimed for his neck. Boom. First 2 rounds, one hit him in the side, one hit him right below where I was aiming at, and one cut his throat off. Joker
Ooh.
failed. I'm like, okay. I waited about 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Then before I knew, I try to give there a little bit of time. Unless I know, most time the guns that I use, I know they down for sure. Cause my gun, I'm shooting 500 grain. If that son gonna drop, he ain't moving no more. But that time, I ain't know, bro. So I climbed down, bro. I took that 6 point. So I'm down there shaking, got my gun laying on the ground, bro. I'm holding the deer head up like, ooh, I got one. I'm about to cry. Bro, all I did, like, it was still kind of dark outside. Next thing you know, bro, I looked up right in front of me. It was some smoke came off of behind some bushes. I was like, oh, hell, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm still young, so I'm thinking it's a dragon for how it came, bro. It was just like a poof. Like somebody blew 2 cigarettes at the same time. Bro, a big old 12 point stuck his head from right there and blew again and stumped his foot, bro. I dropped the deer head, grabbed my shotgun, ran and climbed up on the stand. And I got back up there. I threw another double off in there, cocked the hammer back, and I just was up there hollering like, come on, I ain't scared. Hey, this is a true story, bro. Bruh, I got to the camp. I walked back once it got like 1 o'clock. I was so excited. I ain't even wait for my dad to come get me. So I walked all the way back to the camp. Bro, I told my dad about that. He was like, boy, you should have stayed in the stand, waited for a little while, see if something else was gonna come out. I was like, damn, it was my first deer. He was like, man, I'm proud of you and whatever. He said, boy, you let a deer scare you. All you had to do was lay on the ground and shoot him. I was like, I ain't even had nothing in the gun. Bro, that was one of the scariest days of my life for being a little kid, bro. I ain't never seen no deer do that. Like I was like, man, I been hunting with my dad, and most time I used to be sitting in the stand. I look out, there go a squirrel or whatever, and then when the deer comes, shoot, I be on the floor sleep, like how you was sleep.
Yeah.
But don't wake me up after he shot the mug, or he'll shoot and wake me up. But man, boy, that dang deer blew that smoke out of his nose. Boy, I dang there. We were hunting that, bro, was like 2 hours away from where I live. I dang there ran home, bro. For sure.
Man, speaking of that, man, I know now you older, man, and deer hunting can be dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Please believe it, man. It's not just as simple as us waking up, putting on camo, and going out in the woods and shooting an innocent deer. It's a lot of preparation, time, dedication, money, blood, sweat, and tears put into this, man. So please don't take hunting for granted. But with that being said, man, now you know there's other things out there in the woods. I've seen cougars in Alabama. I've seen bear.
Oh yeah.
This
We got here.
what? How are you? Give me a day in your bag. When you go out in the woods, you minimalistic or you got everything just in case, like if something bad was to happen. Just throw me through your loadout bag when you go hunting.
Bruh, I keep about 2 or 3 knives on me. Some string, like some not paracord. Um got a little band-aid kit that I keep. I really don't use that. I usually just take a roll of tape with me, like some black electrical tape. If I did cut myself, I can just wrap it up tight as I need to. You wouldn't think that would work as a tourniquet, but you could make a tourniquet out of some black electrical tape. You gotta lap it over itself a couple times, and then you can put a stick, or you can use this string. Uh, I take that. I take an extra magazine. I always go to the woods with a handgun. No matter the case, I always go with a handgun. You gotta have your handgun. I ain't saying you got to, but that's something I prefer because when I go check my deer, you can poke them with the rifle or whatever. I do that, but I also poke them and I have my handgun pointed at them. You know what I'm saying? Because a rifle is long, bro. So I mean, I don't know how to. You might poke them. You poke them in the butt with the gun because you behind them. You shoot him in the butt, it ain't gonna kill him. But if you poke him, he get up. You shoot both of them. You shoot him with the pistol in the heart or the neck or whatever you may need to do. Then you know it's handled. Because one of the most dangerous things you run into while being a hunter is messing with a wounded deer or a wounded buck or whatever. You walk up on that thing, will hurt you. He will impale you with his horns. Not on purpose, I don't guess, but if he get up and he hit it that way, he hit it that way. No matter if you there or not, he getting away. He trying to get away.
And
Um,
them things fast, boy.
uh,
So just
uh,
imagine all that brute energy just exploding through.
yeah,
Yeah, man. That's why I was
and
saying hunting can be dangerous.
you like he said on one of his video, man. If you going hunting, man, let somebody know where you gonna be. Cause I do hunt by myself a lot of times. I always call my pops. I let my wife know, hey, baby, I'm going over to the hunting land. That's just a general area. My pops and all my buddies, they know where every stand is over there. So if it did something come about, they know where I'm at. Um, like I said, man, you want to do that. You want to make sure you got some water. You want to make sure you got you some toilet paper. I keep toilet paper in my deer stand, man, cause you
Tell
don't
me
know
about
when nature gonna call you. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that you can run into.
and just to add on to that, man, a good roll of toilet paper can most definitely be used for what we all know it's used for, but you can also use it to help spot blood. You can, use it as markers for, your last drop of blood. And really you can use it as a marker to get back to your stand if you have to track a deer.
Yeah, and also you can also uh use it as a heat source too, man. If you get a can, like a coffee can, and you put maybe a quarter inch of alcohol in the bottom of it, you can light that toilet roll and it'll burn, and not just burn up, but it'll burn and throw off heat too.
Damn. Come on now. Cause when I start looking at my survival, when I start looking at my everyday bag that I try to, keep in my car for emergencies, I noticed that a lot of the things that I had inside of it was a lot of the things I had when I went out hunting. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same situation. You're more easily accessible to having to have a bug out situation, not a bug out situation, but a all just you're more of a risk to have something bad happen when you're out in the woods versus just regular day life. Like anything could go wrong. It's been a lot of
You
hunting accidents.
twist your
People with
ankle.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's go on. I mean, I actually went hunting one time with my pops, and one of his friends came out to the land with us, and he got lost. Man, we were looking for him for like 7 hours, bro. We got in the truck to go to the police station. He walking down the highway. He said, "Man, I fell off in a hole and twisted my leg, and I walked until I came back to the road." But he walked the opposite way. So a lot of people don't have uh, uh, a sense of directions in the woods. Like I could go in the woods. You could drop me anywhere in the woods. I'm bound to get out of there. I know a lot of stuff about, cause this what I do. But a lot of people don't have a sense of directions in the woods. They don't know where to go. They don't know, which way up or down. Some people just be lost.
Bro, shit, you can most definitely probably help me out, bro, because I can say I tried to track for blood this year. And honestly, I feel like I just missed my shots. But my next thing is, will I venture on deeper off into the woods, even if I think I made the shot? Will I venture off deeper to see if I actually did hit, and am I comfortable enough with leaving the trail or leaving my the
Yo,
green field, man? So
yeah, where you usually hunt at? Oh man, okay. This how I usually uh figure out where I'm at. Okay, if you got you a stand somewhere, so what you'll do is you'll look around, you'll see one of your tallest trees. Just say if you hunt in a field, okay, what you'll do, you'll look around, see one of the tallest trees you can see. All right, now you in that field, so you're gonna scan the field. Now when you walk in the woods, what you're gonna do is if you walk a long ways or whatever, and you walk in one direction, or even if you turn, you know what I'm saying? Look at those trees. If it's got moss on this side or on this side, okay. When you come back towards that way, well, okay, all the moss is on the right side of the tree. That means I need to keep going the way I'm going. You came from the left, you know what I'm saying? You could, you know what I'm saying, do that, or you could stop and just look up in the air. If you hunt by a big field, if you look up, you will see where like the trees are stopped. You know what I'm saying? It'll look like it's stopping up there. Then it probably gonna be where your field at. So as you get closer, you'll look for the top of that tree that you actually spotted. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Do that kind of make sense to you?
No, bro, it made perfect sense. So, about how far would you go before you like, okay, I ain't hitting that? Like, how far would you track? I've heard of people tracking deer for miles.
Bro, like I said, I ain't never shot one and had to go get it. As far as my deer that ever ran was like maybe 10 yards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. That's as far as I never had a deer run. Most of the deer I shoot, they drop right there because I'm gonna make the best shot that I can make. I'm gonna make a hard shot, either a long shot or something like that. A long shot is a good shot, but you have to wait maybe 20, 30 minutes maybe. Because it will clot up. But if he go lay down, he most definitely finna die. Um, a long shot is easy to track because it's spraying blood out. You know what I'm saying? If he run past a tree, it sprayed it out. Um, most of your blood drops if a deer going in a certain direction, you will see a drop, and then you'll see two other drops like right beside it. That means he running that way. You ain't gonna see it going like two drops, three drops in a line going to the left, and then you think he went right. He ain't gonna do that. And most of
Okay.
the time, he gonna run in a straight line. And now, if you make a bad shot, the worst thing you can do is because a deer can hold his blood depending on where you shoot it at. The blood or clot rather. If he go lay down, then now you don't give him enough time. He get up. Oh yeah, he gonna run 2-3 miles. That son gun got he the adrenaline pumping. He gone. You know what I'm saying? But he still gonna die. You
Right.
think if it's a little warm outside or whatever, even if it ain't, you can go outside and look up in the air the next day and you see buzzards. Then that probably where your deer is. Another good thing to do is while you walking, man, look for a white spot because
Yeah.
you might see the bottom of his stomach before you get to
Okay. So you're
him.
saying, keep track of blood and hair after a confirmed shot on deer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
what you was just talking about was what I think they call pressure in deer. Uh
Mm-hmm.
and is getting a shot on a deer and going immediately after it. If you didn't get that shot that just knocked him out the game and you can watch him drop on the field,
Mm.
like what DEERMEAT was just referring to is just was pressuring the deer. So that's giving the deer ample amount of time. Maybe 5 to how long you think DEERMEAT?
Man, look, if he don't drop, man, I try to at least give him 15 minutes. By the time I get out the stand, I walk around to where I shot him at. Get ready to head that way in another 5, so that's 20 minutes. And then once I get to where I'm at, I look and see how much blood is on the ground, or how much blood is on the ground going in the direction he went. Okay, I shot him right here. It ain't a lot of blood, so I'm gonna give him another 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's just reassurance. So now you looking in what 45 minutes or so. I mean, that's something you have to do depending on the shot that you make.
Right.
Uh, all your shots you gonna make ain't gonna be the ideal shot if you ain't got your equipment in order. You know what I'm saying? Or if you get that buck fever and you shaking. You know what I'm saying? You can have your rifle sighted in that mud. Well, you put a nail on the board and nail that nail all the way in. But if you get that buck fever and don't know how to calm yourself down, you will make a bad shot. For sure, you will make a bad shot.
I'm a witness to it, dog. I'm a witness to it all, man. I most definitely can blame Buck Fever for my misses this year. And I went to the range and I said, ain't no damn way I'd have knocked the zero off this gun and went there and punched a hole through the bullseye and said, oh damn, it's you.
Yep.
Don't blame the gun, it's you, man.
When you breathe in, bro, soon you exhale. Before you take that next breath, squeeze the trigger. I even try to tell people like, man, once you find it, just like how I shoot my handgun, man. When you first pull it up and get it in the sight, that's the most accurate you gonna ever be. Squeeze the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Long as you sit there, where's the shot may be placed. You know what I'm saying? Because you contemplating, okay, now scope moving around in a circle, you weaving. Man, look, I don't pull that sun gun up to why, all right. When I see him going to that opening, when he get close enough to it, that's when I pick it up. As soon as he step in it, I'm finna put the hammer on him. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? That's just me. I try to tell people that, hey, take your time, make the shot. You do take your time. But like I said, once you get it on that spot, once you get it on that behind that shoulder, close to that blade, you want to be right there in the crease. Once you get it right there, squeeze trigger. Squeeze trigger. That I tell my nephews all the time. If you see it get right there, squeeze trigger. Don't wait, squeeze trigger.
How exactly are we squeezing the trigger?
You don't wanna jerk it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Me, I know, like in my Remington 742, I know how much take up before that mother fire. So when I come up, when he walking, and I know for sure it's a deer, I'm gonna check the whole time, looking, make sure it's a deer, no orange, whatever. Cause some people do walk without without their orange on. I make sure once they get to that opening, soon he stop, my finger already pulled it back. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm following them the whole time. I'm tracking them the whole time. Soon he make this stop, I'm gonna squeeze the trigger. Know how some people be like, man, you gotta wait. Man, look, when he make that stop, I'm gonna squeeze the trigger, man. And my other rifle, that mug ain't got to be no broadside shot for me. That mug could be walking straight toward me. I'm gonna put that junk right there up under his neck, and I'm gonna squeeze the trigger. That's just a higher caliber rifle though. It's a 45-70. I'm shooting 500 grain. You looking at something about the size of a softball hole going in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I
Bro,
take that shot.
man, you a bad man, bro. You a bad man, bro. With that being said, what's your favorite gun and caliber to hunt with?
45-70. I just told you. Shoot, that's my favorite gun, man. My wife, I got one growing up with my pop. My pop got one. I use it a lot, man. It's a single shot, Buffalo Classic, 36-inch barrel. Well, me and my wife got together 1 year for Christmas. My wife was like, "Hey, baby, go look up under the bed," and she bought me a 45-70 CB, which is a cowboy edition, Marlin 1895, 34-inch barrel.
Mm.
Bro, it's 9+1. It's a lever action rifle. Man, that's my favorite rifle out of all the rifles I own because it means something to me. My wife took the time out. She know stuff that I enjoy. She know I enjoy hunting. She know that I enjoy buying firearms. She took the time out to, pick something that I enjoy. And she know, like, dang, because we had went in there like a couple months before. I was like, man, I wish you had 45-70 in there. And she took time to go get that joker for me, and I've been had it ever since.
Man, shout out wifey, man. That's see, wifey the truth, bro. Hope
Oh
my
yeah,
lady will rewatch this and know what I'm into. 30-30 level action. That's
man.
cool though, man.
Man, ain't like it, man. Like I said, you want something, and also here, man, in muzzleloader season, you can run a 45-70 as long as it's a single shot because it's a straight wall cartridge. It's a straight wall shell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can run that. You can run a 350 Legend. It's a straight wall cartridge. It has to be a straight wall cartridge.
What exactly
It's
is a straight wall cartridge?
it's something that's the same size that don't bottleneck down when it get to the end. You know it ain't gonna expand because you can't have the bullet way fatter than the shell casing. But your shell casing generally gonna be the same size all the way up to the bullet.
Okay,
To
so
the,
that made perfect sense. I get what you're talking about now. I get
yep.
exactly what you're saying, bro. Bro, what is your favorite man? Now tell me what's your dream hunt location and the game, man. If you could go anywhere in the world, hunt any game, where would you be and what would you be hunting?
Oh man, I really want to try to go do one of those. I don't know where it said. Is it Wyoming or something like? I don't know. I want to go somewhere and do like one of those hunts where I have to stalk my prey, like crawl on the ground or freaking walk up in the mountains and stuff to do this.
Man, like I said, my boy is at work getting to that bag. Oh, you back? Let's get it.
Yeah, man. I had to I want to do something like that. Something that I can be far away with. You know what I'm saying? And have to take the time I need to count because that ain't the right mountain goat or something like that. All right. I'm stalking this mud only to get freaking 250 yards away. You know what I'm saying? That's some stuff I want to do, but I won't do it with a rifle though, because I want to be able to do a precision shot at a far
Man,
distance.
I seen that Ruger you got, man. That thing gonna be
That's why I
nice.
built, that's why I built it up, man.
Hey,
I was doing a reveal on my glass and everything. Uh, I might do it this weekend. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just do stuff.
man, do what you do, man. You got some great content over there on your channel, man. I advise anybody once y'all rewatch this, man, please go check out Deal Me Two Times TV. Introducing that what you grabbing, fire gun collection videos. And my man is brilliant when it come down to what he do with his craft. Most definitely a smart man. So he got a lot of shorts coming and very informative. Some of the things he able to do with his brain, like build shooting houses, tree stands. Y'all check out that boy, Deal Me, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, brother, man, cause it be a lot of work going into it, man, for us getting that hunting stuff, together, man. Cause like I said, I build my own stands. I do buy stands, but I like taking the time to build my own stuff. Cause when I make that shot, it's something that I can say, dang, I did that myself. Like even with this year, I'm gonna hunt with my 300 blackout pistol. I put that together myself, and I
What
want to be
grain?
to huh.
What grain bullet you going with?
I'm probably gonna run like 125 grain. I got some 125 grain VMAX tip bullets, which is basically like a ballistic tip.
Okay. I was fucking with them Underwood Control Chaos. I think there was 110s, 115s. Pretty flat from 50 to 100. And I think that's all you can ask for. I missed my first deer fucking around with just too heavy of a grain. And this is all before I even understood what a grain meant.
Uh,
Um,
You said the thing though last time, man. Once you find that grain, once you sight your rifle in at 150 grains, continue to shoot the 150 grain. Try to even keep the same ammo. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
some guns like certain ammo. You can run 150 grain PMCs and run 150 grain uh Winchester, but with the PMC you might be on target. But if you use the Winchester, it might be hole for hole. You know what I'm saying? It just
right.
going hole in hole. And that's what you have to actually take the time out to see what your rifle really like. I like Hornady bullet. Hornet is some of the big round that I like. They're my favorite round. But I sight my rifles in with cheaper ammo like PMC or PPU or something like that. That's what I use to sight it in with, and the
Right.
grain to get me with them in that area. Uh,
Right. We don't want to waste. We don't want to waste.
yeah,
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 $2 a bullet, and man, come on,
yeah.
dog.
And I'm gonna tell y'all how to sight y'all rifles in, man. You could take a shot. You can sight your rifle in with 3 shots. Uh,
Tell us more.
man, look, it sounds like I need to make a video.
So it sound like you do. I
Yeah,
know what you're talking about, but is you
that
gonna expose it?
I'm what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that this weekend because I told you I put the scope on there. I'm just gonna do it all in one, dog.
All right. We gonna say that, man. We ain't even gonna expose it on this channel. We're gonna wait and take that over to Deal Meat Two Time, man, while he sight in that Ruger precision rifle.
Yep, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate you having me, man, because I'm enjoying, the show and everything, man.
Hey man, hey, bro. When I go back and look at this, bro, it's a lot of things I get to learn, man, just from you, bro. And I so appreciate you, man, for coming in. I got 2 more questions for you, bro, and I'm gonna let you do your thug thizzle,
Hold on. Let me see what's up, Billy. I see him
man.
say something. Quick question for you before you get out of here. I guess what you got, Billy?
Man, I so appreciate you, my fly family, for always coming in, man. You always come in. You just a great gentleman, bro. With how you carry yourself, bro. I appreciate you, Miss Erica, the young and Ace in the building as well.
This man crazy as a mug, man. Large shirt with mediums. What? I don't know where you get them from.
Man, why they fuck? I mean, why they mess with you tonight, bro? The man, folks coming on here messing with you, man.
Man, bro.
And I just
Man,
brag on this man. He let me know.
boy, them all
Oh,
crazy. Man.
this, bro. I got some better questions for you here, man. We don't even know where to find them motherfuckers at.
What you got? What you got, B Lot?
Oh, is it? But crazy thing is, I finna wear one of them bitches tonight.
Boy, crazy as a mug, man.
Oh man, just run me through some simple tips for anyone trying to get into hunting, man.
All right. The first thing you want to do, man, like he said on his other video, man, go and get your hunting license, buddy. If you in your state, you need to know your hunting license, the regulation, your bag limit. You need to know all that. That's something you need to get handled first. Now that you got that handled, man, you go pick you some land. Whether even if it's public land, man, find you somewhere to hunt. If it's private land, man, you can walk around, ask somebody for permission to hunt. If you know somebody that got some land, you can ask them for permission to hunt. Um, you can even start you a lease with somebody, which means if you start a lease, you paying them for that year or paying them for the years that you want to hunt on it. It may cost you anywhere from 500 to 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you want to get your lease at. Um, Once you get that lease, man, you basically you don't own it per se, but you own that land. You know what I'm saying? You are the one that watch over that land. You put your trespassing signs up. You take care of that land. When somebody come on there, you have the right to tell them to get on. You know what I'm saying? Get away from here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. You ain't got to go talk to no owner. Well, they my cousin. No, you got the lease rights to that land. Until your lease is up, you got the rights to that land. You own it. Okay. Uh, you want to make sure you get your right equipment for your winter gear. You want to make sure you got you some wool socks. Keep you two pair of socks, cause you get them socks wet by walking in there, your feet sweating. You gonna have a bad day. Uh, let me see what else. Figure out what rifle caliber that you want to use, man. You can use any kind. 300 Win Mag. If you got the money to buy 300 Win Mag shells, buy 'em. But one thing I can tell you about hunting, you can buy 2 boxes of bullets. Shoot that first box, sighting your rifle in, and that second box, 9 times out of 10 people that hunt, bro, it dang near take them 2 years to shoot a box of bullets up because it's only going out during hunting season.
Amen.
You got a limit of 5 deer a year. That's 5 bullets. So 20 bullets in the pack. That's 4 years. You know what I'm saying? If you use 1 bullet a year outside of that 5 years, so you got 4 bullets. You can kill 4 bullets, 4 deer a year. But you got that 1 bullet to make sure your dang rifle's still on. Let me go shoot the target, make sure I'm still on. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta have a vast ammo collection being a hunter. You don't have to. I mean, you if you want to buy ammo, so when it do come a point if you can't find it, you already got it. Uh, man, let me see. Got the ammo. Get your safety gear too, man. You gotta make sure you get your orange, man. A lot of people don't like wearing orange. Uh, for his hunting gear, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it doesn't have to be camouflage. Deer don't see like we see. Camouflage actually to break up your Dang, I can't even think of the name of it. What do you say? Silhouette? I don't know. Break it up.
Uh, it's just a
It's
you got
it's
me messing up, bro. It's just to break up that
yeah,
solid imagery.
yeah. You want to break it up, but man, what I hunt in an all brown jumpsuit with a bib and jacket, bruh. Now, if you hunt on the ground, what I do is you want to minimize your movement. That's the whole key, cause a deer, his eyes ain't in front of his head. He a prey. His eyes on side of his head. Most prey animals, they eyes on side their head. So
Right.
you'll see a deer, he'll look up, or he'll stomp, or he'll blow at you, or see. That's to get you to move. They know you there, but you ain't moving, so they can't tell. They don't
Mm-hmm.
see color like we see. They only see certain colors. They only see like blue and stuff like that. I think blue and red and brown and green, but they don't really see colors like we see. Everything pretty much black and white to them. Um, I said, yo, it just to break up this solid image. But like I said, if you on the ground, what I usually do if I get a spot, what I do is I just stick a couple little sticks around me, not taller than where I'm gonna actually hold my gun at or my rifle, up to my eye level, and then I sit behind it. So now my body is broke up on the lower half of my body. I'm linked up against a tree. You know what I'm saying? So you still camouflaging yourself. Uh, you want to get good footwear, man, because no telling how far you gonna walk in if you don't have an actual ATV. You gonna walk a long way. And if
Yeah,
you do have an ATV, people please don't park their sun gun right up under the stand. You know what I'm saying? If
you'll
your
never
if
see
your
that.
wheeler leaking gas, well, you might not see them. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you, I have shot deer like that by parking my bike 20 yards away. Some deer are curious. So if they see something, they don't actually know what it is, but they'll do the same thing they do to try to make you move to their four wheeler. So they'll be looking at it. You take your shot.
Hey man, bro, you just spoke on something, bro. I want you to go back in detail with that, bro. You was just talking about scent. Let people know who may be new to hunting how important scent is when it comes to hunting. Just give us some tips and rundowns on the information about scent while hunting deer.
Man, hunting deer, man, with you want to memorize your scent, man. Like if you walking, you don't want to walk a long ways at a time and get the sweating unless you got some scent lock gear on. They actually make some things that you can hang on your belt or hang it on the tree, and it'll kind of put like a scent block gown around you. But it's not an actual cloth. It's just a scent blocking mist or whatever come out of it. It blocks your scent. Uh, what I do is, man, when I go out, I take a bath that night before hunting. You know, I try to use some soap that's not real scented, or I go buy a dang scentless soap. You know what I'm saying? I buy that. I don't use no shampoo and stuff like that before I go hunting. Um, they actually have scent blocker that you can spray. So when I get my boots out the truck, I spray the bottom of my boots with scent blocker. Then I put some deer urine on my boots. So if it's a buck coming, they gonna smell it. Or another way that you could do it, you could tie a string to your boot and put some deer urine on it, and then drag across the ground to mask your scent. Um, like deer, if you ever shot a deer or whatever, or ever seen one, they nose kind of be wet in the front. They be licking their nose a little bit so they can get your scent a little bit better.
Mm.
That's
Bro,
why they nose kind of wet.
you giving us the game, dog. Giving us the game, cause man, I'm most definitely. My dad used to tell me stories about how his partners will never get a deal because they spent that night out at the club and they'll wear cologne and all this stuff, and then wonder why they wake up that next morning and they never see a deer. It's because you're in their territory. And
Yep.
by you being in that territory, you must respect it. So they know what things are. They could actually have good picture memory. They
And
have long term and then short term memory.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that's a myth too. Smoking a cigarette while hunting, you ain't gonna see nothing that's a myth. My brother killed probably 10 deer, smoking black mouth sitting on the ground.
That's
Deer
probably because of that
10
curiosity you spoke
yards.
about.
Man, no, it's dead, but tobacco is kind of like a natural smell. It makes sense to you. Like pine needles, that's a natural smell, and they it's something that they ain't just gonna pay a lot of attention to because it's a natural smell. Tobacco, it smell like dirt. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural smell to them. I just did want to throw that in there because a lot of people be like, "Oh man, you smoke that cigarette, you ain't gonna shoot." All right, shoot, you gonna see them. You can see how hard the wind blowing too when the smoke blow. Hey, if you need to come safe for a shot. But hey, I mean that's something that I learned over years because I was like, man, you smoke that cigarette up in that truck while I'm going hunting, it don't bother. Yeah, it don't bother. For sure, it
Oh,
don't bother.
bro, you giving the game right there, man. My fly family came with this question, man. How long can a deal sit between death and processing?
Oh man, long as you keep them on ice, bro, it don't matter. Like I have cut deer up and quartered it out, and I put it in the freezer. And shoot, man, I killed a deer last year. Say the beef the burger meat I made. Man, that stuff sat in the freezer for probably 4 months before I even turned it into a patty. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? As long as you keep it cold, keep the frostbite off of it. So man, people, if y'all invest in a vacuum sealer, cause that's gonna a deer wrapped in paper could last a year. You put it in a vacuum seal, you looking all the way into next year. You know what I'm saying? You rolling for sure then. You getting 13, 14 months out of it.
Damn. So how long does you get 13, 14 months out of a deal
Yeah,
before it go bad in the freezer?
yeah. You can get 2 years out of it in the freezer.
Man,
Long as you put it in a vacuum sealer.
bro, that's why I feel like it's so important, man. We just reconnect to these more manly roots, man, and just get back to this kind of nature of doing things when it come down to it, bro. Cause I feel, bro, I like cinnamon toast crunch, dog. In a box of it is $7.
Man,
I got some money, dog, but damn.
I'm gonna throw this out there for free. I'm gonna throw this out there. All right. If you clean an animal, was it be a deer or a raccoon or something like that? You hang it up in a tree. What I do is I got a thing called a deer sock. I ain't always put these on there, but I do put this on there. It help keep flies off of it and stuff. You can use that, but the way I grew up, what I used to do is, and I even still do it when I put the sock on there. Once I get them skint, it could be cold or it could be a little warm that day. You know what I'm saying? If it just cool outside, 50, 40s or whatever, flies and stuff still come. So what I do is I throw black pepper on my meat. Throw black pepper on it, keep the flies off of it.
Mm, man, you coming in with the game, bro. See, you right there in Mississippi, bro. Like a big brother to me now. Them motherfucker coming with the game, dog.
Hmm.
Man, bow or rifle, man, when it come to hunting for you.
Boy, I tried a bow. That just popped my arm. I'm buying a crossbow if I get a bow again. I still got that bow. My dad gave it to me, but I ain't hunting with that gun. I'm a rifleman.
Man, I feel like that's a whole nother realm of hunting. Cause it's more, I feel like
It's more of a challenge
it's more of a
because
challenge.
you gotta get them close. You want that
40,
30.
100 yards and in.
Yeah, you want that 30 yard, 30, 40 yards.
Cause I done seen motherfucker talking about 100 yard shot with a bow. I mean, hey, is do what you do, but yeah, most definitely 40 yards and then when it come down to them bows, man, and that's really what it take a big part. But the advantage bow hunters have is a lot of time they hunt in the hardwoods and they hunt up high, and for deers they don't have that upward peripheral, so a lot of times you can get up close on the deer. For anybody who's wondering, well, damn, you can't get that kind of shot with a rifle.
I'm gonna tell
You
you something big like old deer, a deer that's been around for a long time, that big buck. If you ever see one, I guarantee, dog, he walking and looking in the tree. Up. I done seen him do it. I done shot some good side deer. Them trying to be walking, looking up the tree. Not
damn,
looking on the ground. Them trying to be looking up while they walking, bro. I bull crap you not. I done seen the deer do it. Them trying to be will look up in the tree. They be looking up before they get to you.
experience.
Smart. Yeah, they smart, bro. Like a big deer, if you got a spot, bro, and you see him on the camera today, where between every 5 to 7 days, he gonna make his lap back around to where you at. So if you seen him over there on Monday, you know what I'm saying? 5 to 7 days later, you need to go back over there. Then next Sunday or Monday, he probably gonna be in the area. Cause a dominant buck gonna walk probably about a 6 mile, anywhere from 4 to 6 mile radius. He gonna walk. He gonna be the dominant buck in that area. He gonna let everybody know what's up.
Mm. Man, you came with the game tonight, bro. What's your what's your favorite forms of attracting deer or calls? Like what type of scents you use? I know you spoke about the deer urine. What type of scrapes? I mean, not scrapes, but what type of calls you use? What, like a quad, grunt hunter, or do you use a
Man,
rack?
I don't really use calls, man. I really just rely on my scouting, man. Like I try to go and figure out, okay, where they crossing it, or I look for a pinch spot, or you know what I'm saying. I try to get to where okay, they using this route right here to go to where the trail is. They using this to go to the food. This they trail, this the highway that they use. You know what I'm saying? Um, Only thing for scent wise, if I do use something, I'll do a mock scrape where you take like a rope, or you can take a vine from the wood, tie a string on it, and tie it uh about eye level where a deer eye level will be at. Shoot a little deer urine on it, kick some on the ground, kick dirt back on the ground, spray a little bit on there. They gonna come there, they gonna pee in that spot, they gonna lick that branch, and a big deer, he gonna visit that joint too. Like I said, just let you know his presence. He in the area. You know what I'm saying? That's called a mock scrape. You can make it with a rope, a thick rope, or a thick vine. You can even make it with a tree limb. You know what I'm saying? You can find a natural tree limb and kick the dirt back, spray a little bit on there. You like if you go in the woods and you find where they crossing it, you might find a mock scrape near it where you'll see the dirt kick back up under this limb, and the limb might have leaves all over this part of it, but this part right here naked. That mean that's the licking branch. I kinda did in my last video I dropped right before we got on here. I kind of try to explain it a little bit in there when I made that one.
Okay, I did. I was able to see you kind of use the rope with the scent on it, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, bro, I got a lot to learn from you, man. You most definitely a more experienced hunter than I am at this moment. But hopefully, man, uh, people like you give and preach and teach the lessons to be learned about deer hunting, man, and how amazing it can be. And I really do want to just appreciate you tonight for coming through, man, and giving that game, bro, because it's been some amazing information, dog. I don't think I could thank you enough for having this time, bro. You answered a million questions and some. And hell, I feel like a better hunter tonight just interacting with you, man. So
I appreciate it. I don't know everything, man. So y'all don't think I know everything. I'm still learning myself, man. I even look up stuff still like on YouTube myself to try to figure out something because I don't know everything. I just know what worked for me. It worked for me in this area. And I can go somewhere else and it probably don't work for me. But one thing I can rely on is scouting. When I scout, it should work for me no matter what woods I go to.
man, that says a lot, bro. And we already know, man. Ain't no man, perfect, and no man should, should be stagnant with his learning. You can never learn enough. So man, I still just appreciate you for coming on, bro. Because definitely what you gave me tonight was more than enough for me and for anybody else who want to venture off into this beautiful thing we call hunting. And it don't stop here. You can hunt deer, you can hunt rabbit, you got fishing. It's so many things, man. That just put you out there in nature that can be such a blessing to you and your family, man, if you are able to do it.
Yep.
But we coming to a close on this thing, man. I think it's been a great night with good information. Advise anybody, you missed any part of the show, please go back, tap into everything that was said. Because this is most definitely some tips in here if you want to get into this hunting world that can most definitely elevate you in life. With that being said, man, give us your closing words, Mr. Deal Meat 2 times. And we're gonna let this
Man,
go.
hey man, y'all, hey, keep your heads up, learn more and more every day, man. If somebody give you some knowledge, man, don't be too fast to push it away because you think you know it. You might learn something. It might not be a lot, but you will learn something, man. I appreciate Big Lock for having me on here, man. Being able to talk to you guys, and I thank all the ones that tuned in, man, and the ones that's gonna tune in.
Bro, clap it up for you, dog. That's coming from the bottom, dog. Man, you in Mississippi, like I said, bro. We have to get up, shoot one day. Like I said, bro, you can teach a man or something in their kitchen with that square meat. I really do want to try some. So we most definitely gonna get up on that, bro. But it's been a blessing talking to you tonight. Uh, Thank you again, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Man, with that being said, we're gonna let you get to your bag. We're gonna close out the show for you, boss, man. Anything else you gotta say before we go?
No, man, that's it, man. Hey, oh, I do got something to say, man. If hunting is a sport, bro, it is a sport. It really truly is a sport. And you gotta have love for it. But if you gonna do it, man, you can also look at it as a survival tactic as well, man, because you learning so much. Like the scouting stuff, it works for things, man. Uh, just certain things to pack when you go out there, man. All that stuff is, in a sense, is a survival tactic if it need to be used later in life.
Gang. Y'all heard it. The man, the myth, the legend. Deal me 2 times TV, bro. Great gems tonight, man. Hopefully we can inspire somebody, the next generation or the next person to inform someone or open their hearts or their minds to the conversation or just even want to get into hunting, bro. We appreciate you for performing in the Black Exodus and giving that game back to our people, bro. I appreciate you,
Oh yeah, appreciate you, bro.
man. Take it easy, bro.
All right, bro.
Peace. Man, what a live. Again, I can't thank that man enough for what he was able to give us tonight with the information. But I advise anyone to just give the thought of anything new in life a thought. You never know what you might love out here, man. You only get one of these rotations around this planet, man. So most definitely try to do something new, man. Hunting for me has brought me a lot of peace. Um, it's really helped me get to know myself because there's no cell reception. Uh, it's cold. It's teaching me to sit still. It's teaching me to not quit even though I'm cold, even though I haven't seen nothing. Um, Hunting has molded me in ways that I really can't even express with words. So I advise anybody if you think hunting may be the thing for you, go for it, man. Um, it's been Big Lock TV. It's been a blessing speaking with my boy DEERMEAT2XTV. Y'all, please go check out his YouTube page. He got the what you grabbing going on. He got fire information coming. Y'all go watch his video, leave a comment, like, subscribe. That guy is awesome. I'm finna get ready to lay it on down, man. Again, appreciate everybody for coming through tonight. My Fly family, Erica, My Fly family. Y'all got that tongue twist. Every time I shout y'all out, I'm gonna get tongue twisted. DJ Play Nice, Southern Suburbia, that's wifey. Rich Homie Ghost, my boy Tackle Beard Bug. Y'all go check out the Bug Nation Infestation and a pimp named Slickback. I appreciate everybody for coming through. And Mr. DEERMEAT2XTV, you've been a perfect gentleman tonight. But that's been the show. Salute. Y'all go hunt. Let's get it. Big Lock TV.